chat. Already, everybody. Already. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Southern Outlaw Street Stocks here from Hickory Raceway. Back in the booth with you yet again, Matt and Matt in the booth. Ready to go, Matt. How is your lovely evening down there in Florida?
Hey, man, it's going great, but it's even better as the Southern Outlaws get ready to do battle at the legendary Hickory Motor Speedway. This place, 0.36 miles. It's got 16 pit stalls, and I am fired up ready for heat number one. And remember, ladies and gentlemen at home, the top four is where you want to be. So everyone's going to be chasing Garrett Thompson, who's going to roll off here in that fourth starting position. You're outside of that spot. You're going to be kicking the dust off the tires. So that's going to be the battleground position as we roll through these heat races, Matt.
Yes, sir. That'll be your battleground position as we get ready to go. Again, top four going into the feature. Everyone else headed their butt right to the feature because they just wasn't good enough to get there yet. So we'll find out how this goes here tonight.
Yeah, what's even interesting is I'm being shown in the starting grid, but I'm up here in the booth, so maybe I joined the session the wrong way. As this field begins to roll off, and you know what, Matt, I got to tell you, I got my eyes on that three machine, Phil Ellis Sr. He made a lot of noise last week. Want to see if he can keep that momentum rolling and perhaps get a feature or a heat win here to kick his night off.
Yes, sir. Can Phil transfer directly through? That'd be huge for Phil if he could do it, quite frankly.
I agree 100%.
And this is going to be big. Here we go. There's Alex. A couple of more ready to rock and roll. And again, right here, Alex not making the start. He'll most likely go straight to the Concy. Don't know what's going there, but it is time to yet again go street stock partying here in Hickory County, North Carolina, ready to go.
Locked, ready to rock and roll. That three machine, or excuse me, the 14 machine, going to have the button there, waiting on the green flag. Green flag in the air. Those V8s come roaring to life, and we're racing at Hickory Motor Speedway as Kyle's going to squirt free here, but 2x2 Noah's Ark action. And just as I say that, Phil Ellis Jr. able to climb the scoring pylon. He's now in second, but he's got a hangry swarm of bees just behind him, Matt.
Yes, sir. He's got a beast in Garrett Thompson, and around he goes.
Big time calamity already as we got one off in the grass, and I believe that was Phil Ellis Sr. that went for a ride, and we got more going for more wrecking at the start-finish line, Matt.
And that will be a caution as the 15 goes around. Two cars, both cars having an issue tonight. The 15 going to bring the caution out. The 3 going to go around in the grass. And just like that, heat number one, folks, under yellow.
Well, that didn't go ahead,
long.
Matt.
That didn't take long. Are you surprised?
You know what? With as much anticipation as we've seen, as hard as these guys were racing out there in the practice session, I'm not surprised we're ready to see a yellow out there on the racetrack. We just started getting to the good side of things. Now we got to slow things back down. Is that yellow flag reigns supreme. However, taking a look at Phil Ellis Sr., who got an assisted punt to the grass, if you will, that Wrangler machine does not look too bad. Got all four corners on the race car. Certainly could have been a lot worse for him. However, the 15 of Hall, little bit of a different story on that Camaro, Matt. You can see where the front and the back of that car already has some damage. We'll have to monitor his progress to see if that hinders the performance at all.
Yes, we will. We'll have to monitor that as, again, first caution of the night, wait early here in heat number one. And with the lights still on the pace car, it's going to give us a perfect opportunity to give a shout out to our partners here at Extreme Sim TV. We'll be right back for the restart. Nope, never mind. Lights are off. They tricked us. We're going back green. Here we go. You ready, Matt? Green flag.
I'm ready.
There we go.
Green flag back in the air, and here comes Murdoch with a fistful of throttle as he is going to just send it into the corner. Side by side, 2x2 for that second place position. Garrett Thompson has it, but guess what? Corey Big Shot Bigley wants it, and they still don't have the side. It is the 51 now with the advantage on the high side of the racetrack.
Here comes Travis right there holding on to that fourth spot right now in the 20, but Alex wants it. Alex to the back bumper. They're going to stack up like dominoes. Battle for the transfer out of turn 3. Headed for 1 and 2 once again, Matt. And just like that, we're stacked up, racked up. Who is going to get it done and go straight to the A main?
That's the biggest question everyone has right now is Travis Hofler has that fourth and final transfer position, who is up 3 spots from where he started. However, take a look at that 56 machine. He is right there just menacing off the back bumper of that race car. Should Hofler make a mistake, you know Alex is going to pounce at the opportunity as the time to make that position on the racetrack is winding down. Remember, we only have just a couple laps in these hate races, 12 to be exact.
Yes, sir. And we're coming to the white flag this time by. One more time to go to figure it out. Pretty well good gap there for fourth right now. Kyle leads them right here. Garrett Thompson second. Coming to the start-finish line, it is going to be Kyle getting the W. Garrett Thompson, Corey Bigley, and Travis Hofler will transfer everybody else to the sad party of the consolation.
How about Kyle Murdoch as he kicks the competition to the sideline behind him? He goes out there and gets himself a feature win. We're going to see him in the big show later on. But, Matt, we got to keep that assembly line on running as we get racked, stacked, ready to rock and roll here for heat number 2. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you're following along on Extreme Sim TV at home, that fourth position, that's the battleground spot. You got to be inside the top 4 to make it to the big show. So if you're drivers like Christopher Benning, Ryan Ellis, James Liam, they're all on the outside looking in right now. They're going to have 12 laps to get it done. But folks, as you've seen in this first heat race, anything and just about everything goes. So you got to make sure you survive to be alive at the end of this thing as well.
Yeah, it's survived to be alive at the very end of the heat. So we got our first 4 set for A main. Here we go with our next 4. That'll put 8 cars into the feature event for tonight. We'll be halfway through our heat after this one. Who will punch their ticket and who will be crying in their beer back at their motorhome waiting on the console? I mean, I don't know about you, but crying in your beer does not sound like a bad thing.
Well, it depends on if you like your beer a little watered down or not. Hopefully, you don't got any sand fleas or no-see-ums in the beer. That's something you got to watch out for here at Hickory Motor Speedway, especially as that green flag now goes in the air. We are live green flag racing heat number 2.
Heat number 2, rocking and rolling here, 2 by 2. Off the corner yet again, Jesse Newsom going to grab the lead at Christopher Benning. Dylan Ritchie, 3 wide behind him, man. Look at this party down the front straightaway.
And that party was a rocking as I heard the cars beating and banging off each other. But the green flag in the air, and you can tell these drivers are feeling the pressure as it's a hot hornet's nest here at the back of the pack. And they're in the wall again, side by side, between James Liam and that is Brady Olmstead, who's drifting through the corner. These guys are basically stacked on top of each other. You can pitch a 10 over these guys. Look at the door banging from the 29 of Ellis coming off the third 4.
Trying to find a way through. Ryan up to 5th here. He's got to pick up one more. James trying to run away. He'll get to the back bumper of Jay Miller. Battle for 3rd here, starting to heat up as well with 8 to go in heat number 2. Big slide into turn 1 in Hickory.
Big slide in the front, in the back. They're battling all over this piece right now, all the way from the front to the back. And you can say James Liam, who currently owns that final transfer spot, Matt, now he is under duress. Oh, the 50 slides into drift mode. What a save from the 50 of Liam.
And he is still digging like dominoes here, trying to deliver that pizza to the front of the field. Up to 4th, little contact. He's going to send him into 1.
Oh, he's going to give him the Crone Horn, and that Monte Carlo was all kinds of messed up, but you would not know it. If you blinked, you would have missed that power slide. They're still side by side. The 50's going to kick him to the top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. Liam leads that lap at the line, but not by much, Matt.
There we go. Oh, and Miller around. Caution.
Matt, you could feel that one coming as these drivers were just white knuckle driving door to door for 5-6 laps, and finally something had to give, and that was the 4.68 of Jay Miller. You can tell that car is wounded, as that car did not want to track through the corner. It spun out on him, and you can tell how that car is just how it's sitting in the racetrack. He's got a shock or a broken spring going on with that 4.68.
So the 50 on pit road with damage. Miller's got damage as well. So both of them kind of hoodooed themselves here because both cars having damage. And that will move Christopher Benning to 4th, Brady to 5th. And oh yeah, we're going to have another restart with transfer on the line.
And don't forget, these drivers have a fast repair. The 50 used it, so you're going to have some drivers that may be a little upset near the back of this piece too. So a lot to watch here on this restart. Can Newsom hold him off and get himself a big-time heat win, or does Dylan Ritchie or Ryan Ellis perhaps have it takes to what gets it done? But remember, it's all about making this transfer, not so much the win. Not saying it's not important, but all these drivers looking to the big show, and that is the feature. But you have to be inside the top 4 to make sure you etch your name on that list for the big time show here that's coming up later on this evening.
Yes, sir. We're down to 3 to go. Green, white, checkered finishing here tonight. First green, white, checkered of the evening. Let's see what.
And if you like overtime action, now is the time. Forget the chair. You're going to want to stand up for this, ladies and gentlemen, because it's about to get rowdy. Matt, it's like the calm before the storm. If you're in the eye of the hurricane, you think the worst is over. It's not. You got the back end of this thing getting ready to just unload and tear everything to smithereens like the storm does. And these guys are probably going to light this track on fire as we are now in overtime. Looks like we're having some of these drivers not sure where they're restarting here in the back. They were about 3 wide. They seem to now have that sorted, though.
They had a little bit of arguing, if you will. Would you say a little disagreement?
Well, given what just transpired before that first caution of this heat, yeah, I'd say there probably was a little bit of a disagreement.
So I don't want to say this. As we come to green, we'll touch on it after this heat race. But here we go. 2 to go.
Green flag back in the air, and the mayonnaise man, Jesse Newsom, is going to pull out to the lead once again, but he's got plenty of hungry Monte Carlos following closely in his tire tracks. That's now going to write another lap in the books. Just 2 laps remaining in heat number 2, Matt.
Yes, sir. 2 laps remaining as the storm picks up here. 1 to go. Going to be Jesse Newsom and Checker. All right, I'm going to go ahead and say this now on air. Matt, go ahead, be ready, be prepared to take over because as mine and Matt's luck would have it, I am not only am now under severe weather threat, they have upgraded to a tornado threat. So,
well, Matt, as you know, I am the Extreme Sim TV, also amateur meteorologist. So while we're currently getting this field racked and stacked, I'm going to pull up the live Doppler radar, and I'm going to do a quick analysis of your position. Let you know if you need to, in the words of South Park, duck and cover, or if you're good to sit around here and call the rest of this show with me here. So I'm just honing in on your location now.
Homie, that's actually a 6 shelf cloud. Holy cow, that looks cool as shit, actually. Anywho, back to the action.
All right. Well, you got the line of storms. It's a typical QLCS setup coming in from the west. So Kentucky, and I can tell you right now, as of right now, you're going to be okay. But I'd say in about 25, 30 minutes, it should start to rattle and rumble in your location. I'll keep you posted. I have updates turned on, If any naders are within your area, I'll get a notification and I'll let you know.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you for my nader watcher. As we get ready to go. Okay, guys in chat, do not, no, we're not going there. It's a nader. It's not.
I was just going to say, they're probably going to think you said tater.
It's oh, fuck. Here we go, coming to green. Let's rock 'em. You know what they say, a street stock day keeps the tornado away as we get ready to go. That's how it
Well,
rocks.
we're gonna put that theory to the test, literally here, as we continue to cover these high octane, high flying heat races here from Hickory Motor Speedway. Matt, the first two have been intense, and I doubt this one is going to be anything but.
So here we go, coming to green. Green flag in the air. Let's go racing. 4 cars under the proverbial blanket. We're green.
And that proverbial blanket is going to stay fixated, and it's really being highlighted in a Noah's Ark situation right now, 2x2, 001, kind of like 007, but hey, that's a 1 instead of a 7, who's already up 2 spots, and it's Eric W. Purcell, the Purifier. He is looking to make another move here. Oh, but he's going to catch a piece of the wall. As Austin Scott kind of helped him up there into the fence, and the 91's going to go around.
Well, that happened.
Well, the good news is he had the lead.
And now the pace.
Bad news.
Now the pace truck's doing drifts trying to catch up. Jesus, look at the pace truck go.
The pace truck somebody get Matt out of the pace truck. Man, that pace truck is watching how these guys were driving out here. But you know, it was, I'll tell you, the yin and yang of the situation. So Purcell, or excuse me, I think there's the 91 car also ran the fastest lap of the race as he was being dumped going into the quarter. Now he's going to be in that transfer position. Looks like he's going to restart here in 4th, as Purcell now is going to have the button as we restack this field, looking for go back green flag action here in heat number 3.
Somebody needs to get on race control radio and tell these guys they're racing my power going out. Let's have some green flag laps here.
I have faith, Matt. I got faith.
I got faith too, but when you look outside, the tree is bending over sideways. That hinders your faith a little bit.
Oh, those storms are right on top of you then.
With 6 to go this time by. Oh, McDonald's Farm, let's go.
He had to pull out E-I-E-I-O. Here we go.
There we go. Eric out front, Purcell. Scott Austin right there as well. Phil Ellis Jr. in the mix. The number 1 Bumblebee working his way forward. 5 laps to go.
5 laps to go. Everyone trying to catch Kyle. Oh my God, the one of Phil Ellis Jr. almost went full-blown X Games mode as he attempted to climb the fence going into the 3 and 4 complex.
He just about did. We'll take one more look at it as somehow, by some way, they stay green. Phil, what are you doing? Trying to climb the wall like a spider there. Eric Purcell continuing to lead right now. Eric
Purcell. Sorry about that, Matt. Eric Purcell continues to lead, but Scott Austin in the 05 ride just put up the fastest lap of the race, clocked it at a 15.49, but Purcell able to best the performance of that 5 in the 0-1 ride. Oh, as he catches the fence, that's not what he wants to do. That's going to allow the 5 to creep underneath him side by side coming off a 4.
Yes, it is. 1 lap to go here. The 5 underneath, trying to get clear. Can he get there?
Oh, he hits the wall again.
It hits the wall again and rubs the lotion, and as it crosses over, not enough. What a save.
I thought that was going to be the power slide to give him the boogie, but he didn't catch it right off the corner. And Scott Austin is going to best him on the final lap, getting it done on the high side of the racetrack. But how about Phil Ellis Jr.? He gets into the big show, but that fourth place position finish. So move him over, check the box. We're going to see him in the feature as we re-rack, reshuffle the deck one more time, Matt, for our fourth and final heat race to set the feature event for this main coming up here tonight.
Yes, sir. One more heat race, everybody. And we'll get ready to go here in just a moment. Rain, rain, go away. Let my power stay on today.
The good news is that line moving into your area is slowly weakening. Looks like it adjusted some of its outflow air. That's kind of stabilized the atmosphere a little bit. It's still stormy, it's still windy, but I think that tornado threat has diminished just a little bit.
Well, see, now we're in the please don't let the trees fall in the power line threat territory. Folks, update from the booth. I have visually seen 2 go down already. And we're still live. How about that?
Yep. The weather outside is frightful, but the broadcast is always delightful.
No, you can't make this shit up. Here we
no,
go.
you can't.
Oh, Cole, Anderson, Brian Hacker, ready to go.
Mason Cassidy, Josh Cole reminds me a lot about Cole Trickle from Days of Thunder, the way he drives at times out there. Green flag in the air, and we're still side by side from stem to stern, and they still don't have it settled. Now the 9 of Cole is going to slowly edge out Anderson. Oh, we got one spinning off the corner in the back.
And we're still green. But we'll stay green right now. Josh and Brian Hacker, Brendan Anderson, all right here still under power.
Yeah, Jerry Tedding went for a ride with that assisted corner entry, so he had some help, and he went around. However, green flag reigns supreme. We're not slowing this field back down. So not what Jerry Tedding was looking for, is he's over a half lap down. Is everyone trying to dethrone Josh Cole from the lead right now? And Brian Hacker, one of the strong contenders in the series, he is looking
their problem.
Believe the 19 of Brandon Anderson got caught in a hot dumpster fire, and Matt, he's having a hard time steering that race car as he's basically having to ping pong it off the wall, and he now quickly aborts and puts it on pit road. Not the kind of heat race Brandon Anderson was looking for.
That was no bueno. Well, will be 7 to go in heat number 4 tonight, folks.
Just taking a look at what happened there internally here on my end while we're under caution. Yeah, Brandon got bonked there. He got set. And unfortunately, he caught a little more concrete than he bargained for. Broke the front sway bar or the tie rod end or something in that 19. Completely lost the steering and had no choice to abort and put it on pit road. And that right there should cost him an appearance in this feature. So obviously, things in the 19 camp are probably a little hostile at the moment, as Brian Hacker looks like he is going to have the lead here when we go back to green flag racing. And Matt, Brian Hacker, one of those drivers that obviously has the experience, knows how to get it done out there on the racetrack. But the thing I really like with the way he drives, he knows how to conserve and save his stuff and be patient and have a car that's good enough to get the job done when it's go time, when it's money time. You can't win these laps or these races on lap number 1. And I think that's something that Brian Hacker does a really does a good job of doing, is managing the race and puts it all together so well each and every night these guys do battle.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we're going to continue to roll forward here. Again, thank you guys for coming out. 4 laps to go. Hacker out front leading. Here we go. Green flag under the air. Josh Cole Mason. Everybody back up with something. Back up to speed.
Hey, I understand the stuttering is your trees are basically being derooted around the property as he's currently still maintaining a connection here. I told you it was not going to fail you, buddy. Brian Hacker continues to lead, but it's a side-by-side affair between Cole and Cassidy. I mean, they are absolute dogfighting for that second place position. And while that's going on, that's allowing Brian Hacker to pull away as he almost has a half-second advantage. But look at the slinger mode by the 9 ride on the high side of the racetrack. I thought he had the spot cleared, but Cassidy was able to fire it back in there. Oh, we got problems in the back. It's a 3-car sandwich. And Kyle Case got clocked.
Case gets yeeted out here, but that's going to heat into heat number 4. And around we go. 3 cars under a blanket. You ready for our B main, buddy? 20 laps.
20 laps for the B main. And if that's not good enough for everyone at home that's watching, then we're going to go to the A main. And remember, that's going to feature the drivers from the heat races that all placed inside the top 4 being the cutoff for the transfer to the A.
So I got good news / bad news.
Let's have the bad news first.
Well, the bad news is here in about 30, 25 minutes or so, all hell is about to break loose. But the good news is we got a little bit of time. So
well, that is good news.
Guys, let's have some nice clean racing and get some laps in a friggin' hurry.
A lot of times these drivers in the real life or the real world, Matt, are racing the weather on the racetrack. Well, this time we're racing the weather on the broadcast side, and this is a real world deal in your position. So I'm crossing my fingers that we're able to get some competitive laps in here before things really start to go downhill in your neck of the woods.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a fun night. We're ready to go. Alex out front. I don't have to go see the new Twister movie. I get to go outside and storm chase my damn self. Here we go. Alex will lead. Tyler, Adam, Hall, Jay, all up here as well, ready to go. And again, 20 lap B main here tonight. You know, I'm not an expert, but orange and red's not a good side.
Well, typically orange and reds mean that's a heavier reflectivity. That's how the radar works. The more reflection, the more clutter the radar picks up when that beam returns. That changes the colors on the scale. And I agree with you. Orange and reds is never really a good thing.
No, sir. Here we go. Coming to the green here, 19 to go.
Green flag in the air. We are off to the races here in the B main. Oh, the 56 Morelli there catches a piece of the flats. I thought that was going to upset the balance of the race car, but he is able to keep on trucking. He is going to clear the spot back,
trouble.
But here comes
trouble in the back. We're straight somehow. Not sure how. More contact out front. This is going to be one of those races, isn't it?
Well, Anderson's completely missing the front of his race car. That got set into the grand.
Leader around. Well, that happened.
Yikes.
Is this going to be one of those nights where me and you just scream and yell for 2 hours?
It's shaping up to be that way. As we had action popping off all over the place. It was going off in the back, and then it decided it was going to kick off at the front of this piece as well.
All right.
Because that's going to bring out the first caution for incident here in the B main, live from Hickory Motor Speedway.
Live at Hickory. And I'll tell you what, this league's always a ton of fun, buddy.
You know what? They are. I mean, they don't care if it's lap 1 or if it's, coming to the white flag. They're going to race just as hard at the start, the middle, and at the end of this race. You know, you don't really see a lot of these guys out there riding, and that from a broadcast perspective, that's what makes this league so fun to watch and call, because you literally have nonstop action from start to finish, guaranteed every time they rack them and stack them in the Southern Outlaw Series.
Yes, sir. And James right there as well, racked, stacked, and ready to rock. 2 by 2, 15 to go. I'm ready, buddy. What about you?
Man, I have been ready.
You were born that
I got
way.
this. Yes, sir. I mean, I got these guys circled on the weekly calendar each and every week. It's a proper way to cap off a Wednesday evening, watching a little Southern Outlaw action here on Extreme Sim TV. Want to thank everyone for being along on the ride with us tonight. He's Matt J. I'm Matt M. Or other places he likes to call me the pterodactyl.
Or the dinosaur.
Or the dinosaur.
Or I'm Flo. Or I'm Flo. Either one, whatever you want to call me.
Or just not Nader.
Green flag back in here. 3 wide behind them.
It's a 3 wide Blues Angels situation there, right around that 4th, 5th place position. Is Kyle Case is caught in the middle of the storm right now. Is always hot and heavy. He makes contact with the wall as James Liam runs fast lap at a 15:71, trying to stretch it out over Tyler Suntag, and he is doing it right now as he just clocked another hot one.
Whoa. Car sideways out of 2 as well. That's the battle around Jay Miller and Case getting her done here. Car in the wall. Man, oh man. They're using everything but the racetrack here.
Jay Miller is putting on a thriller back there around that 5th place position. In fact, 2 of these cars don't even have their front clips already. And how did the 468 save that? Jay Miller had it written in stone. I thought that was going to be a lethal impact to the inside retaining wall, but somehow he is able to regain control of that 468 machine as they were beating and banging with the 6 there. Jimmy Fraser, who's up 7 spots, tied for the second biggest mover of the race in that 7th place position, Matt.
Yes, sir. They were more tangled together than the woman with 8 husbands here down into 3 and 4. They'll still get side by side, bang doors, and out of shape. Wow.
Oh, my God. They literally put the knife. Oh, my God.
I don't see how they planned that that was going to end any differently than what it did.
If you go back to the Extreme Sim instant replay, literally Anderson was the proverbial hot dog in the bud, and they tried to squirt him out of there 4 or 5 times before he finally got ejected. That was absolutely wild out there on the racetrack.
Are you kidding me? I mean, I don't know what they exactly expected to happen, but
they were literally 3 stooging off each other, just giving Anderson the business from both sides.
Somebody's going to need to give Anderson some being gay before this is over. Oh, he just
tell you what, he probably got a little case of whiplash going on.
He's almighty.
I mean, seriously, he was getting used and abused in the middle. I mean, every time I thought they were going to squirt him, the hot dog out of the bud, he just ricocheted right back up to the outside and looked like a game of pinball.
Oh, man. Apparently that car didn't have enough KY jelly on it.
So that's why he stopped by Phil Ellis Sr.'s pit before the start of the race. Got it.
Oh, God. Why is it back on the face car? Oh.
Wonder if that's why he's sponsored by Backdoor Betty.
Oh, my God. Oh, boy. 3 to go. Oh,
I thought that
Jesus.
was like Hostess, Little Debbie's. Nope,
Wait.
I was wrong. Green flag back in the air. That Monte Carlo's going to score it out to the lead here.
Working their
Going to get
way
about
through. Highway to third, second, Adam to third. Down the front, straight away, Liam leads here, 1 lap to go.
1 lap to go. The final time around for James Liam, who has survived the carnage, the trench World War II style warfare out on the racetrack as he comes out of forward for the final time. Barney's got the green flag or the checkered flag in the air. And how about a B main win for James Liam over Tyler Sontag, Jimmy Frazier, Adam Holston, and Jane Miller round out the top 5.
All right,
And
guys.
that means
That
one
means
more
one
race
more.
to go. The big one. Take it away, buddy.
All right. Warm up time. That gives me and Matt time to collect our breath and quit laughing over here. We'll be back for the A main in a moment.
Like them.
And we're back, just like popcorn on a Friday night. We're right back to it as we get ready to go feature action.
Well, add a little Dave's Insanity sauce to that popcorn, because if you like it extra spicy, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what you're going to get here in the official main feature again tonight. This feels like a WWE style title belt event here. That's something you would see at SummerSlam or WrestleMania. That's the word I was looking for, is we're going to have 25 drivers initially take the green flag. Only one will win. And Matt, what will these drivers be willing to do out there on the racetrack to come out of this thing in victory lane when all is said and done?
And they're going to do a little bit of everything. And take a look at the point standings coming into the feature here tonight. Brian Hacker leads the points by 18 points over Justin Colson, Dylan Ritchie, and Ryan Ellis. This is time to get your points, folks. It is the feature. It is what we've all been waiting for here tonight.
The scheduled distance, 75 action-packed laps here from Hickory. Track temperature, 85 degrees. I mean, that's, if you're someone that likes a lot of grip out there, no slip on the racetrack, I mean, that is a prime time temperature. After 1 or 2 laps out there, these cars will be making all the stick you can possibly get at somewhat of a worn-out racing surface like here at Hickory Motor Speedway, as that field now begins to roll off behind that iRacing.com pace truck.
It is 75 straight laps here tonight. Cone car in effect. It is time, boys and girls. Go ahead and hide your women and hide your kids, because we're going feature racing here tonight. They don't need to see the calamity that's about to ensue.
You know, I got a question for everyone at home. Does the Choose car survive all the way to the end of this thing?
I say no.
They might have needed an Abrams tank next time they throw a Choose car out there. I'm not sure a Legends car is going to be good enough, as the green flag is in the air, and we are underway in the A main event tonight. It's a side-by-side affair as we go through the turns 1 and 2 complex for the first time, and now Justin Colson in that 13 going to take off, and he's going to carry the torch here.
Oh, Black Betty, bam, 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 3 wide. This is not going to go well. Oh, macaronis. They're stacked up worse than a meth head clinic.
They're still 3 and 4 wide. How are they 4 wide? They goes down to 3 wide. Oh, the 9 almost gets spun sideways across the nose of Garrett Thompson, but he's going to right that wrong. And Matt, 10th place on back. It is all out trench warfare as the caution now reigns out on the racetrack.
Yes, it does, as we got 2 cars around stuck together on the bottom. And there we go. Contact, and around we go.
I guess someone told them they're having a 2-for-1 sale at Dorothy's hot dog stand there.
Clean up on aisle 2.
But how about that racing before that caution flag unfolded? I mean, that was absolutely off the chain as far as everything you can ask for on a racetrack like this. You know, this isn't Talladega. It's not Fontana Auto Club. And yet these guys are finding ways to fit 3 and 4 cars wide out there. That is absolutely unfathomable. And I'm surprised it took as long as it did for it to go wrong. I didn't think we're going to make it into the corner, let alone come out the other side, but we did for a couple laps before that caution flag did finally fly. Is Justin Collinson, continues to lead here. Biggest mover of the race, though, Matt. Here he is again in the 05 ride. Austin Scott, he is up 5 positions, has now cracked the top 5 as well, and he's going to restart here, P4. Keep your eye on the 05.
Yes, keep your eyes peeled for Scott Austin, but we're going to get double foul yet again. Nobody's hit the freaking choose cone. That's disappointing. Come on. I want to see somebody cream the choose cone. I made a bet on this, damn it. Justin Colson leads, ready to go.
I have an idea.
All right, lights will go off this time around. Everybody will be ready to go. Who is it going to be? Lights are off.
Lights are off, but the high fly and high action is on. Big time here from Hickory. As Matt mentioned, that iRacing.com pace truck has gone dark. That means we're going back green flag racing this time by. Purcell, he was exciting to watch in that heat race. We know he's got some steam. Green flag back in the air, Matt. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there. Is 2x2. Pitch a blanket over these guys as we come flying out of turns 3 and 4. It's still a side-by-side. John Forcefair at the front of this piece. In fact, they're side-by-side all the way through.
And caution yet again. Not sure what 4 will find it here. Yellow on the racetrack. Go figure. The 468 decided he would go do a spin-a-rooney like he's Booger T.
Yeah, Jay Miller, again, having problems out there on the racetrack. The heat race wasn't exactly kind to him, but he was able to rebound. So perhaps he's going to have to do another installment of that here, is he's going to be mired way back, it looks like in that 24th place position. So a lot of work to do and not a lot of time. However, Miller seems to be very strong on these restarts. And, like Darrell Waltrip used to say, cautions breed cautions. And perhaps that's the best elixir for Jay Miller right now, as he tries to take advantage on this next up-and-coming restart.
I thought it was front bumpers breed front bumpers. or front bumpers breed mad race car drivers. Either one. And we'll let them cycle. Already 12 laps into this one, Matt. It's been action-packed already, my guy.
Yeah, it's the action-packed may be an understatement, as it's been a thriller from the drop of the green flag back all the way back in Heat 1.
Man, this has been more action than a strip club on a Saturday night.
I can vouch for that. That's what I do in real life.
Ready to go. And this is a point where our co-commentator gets pot thrown at him momentarily.
Yep. I'm sure it's coming. Ow! There it is.
14 on the board.
Sorry, I didn't need to share that with everybody. I didn't think it was coming that quick, but I was wrong.
14 to 75 complete. Yes, I do say some of the stuff to get him snakes up to get beat up. It's kind of fun.
Yep. Mm-hmm. My co-commentator over here likes to get me set up. I'm gonna have to put the Buffalo Bills helmet on here through the rest of this one.
Here we go, coming to green. Green flag in the air. Let's go. 15 on the board. It's going to be Colston. It's going to be Purcell. 2x2 like dominoes down into the corner. 3 wide. You don't have room for that here, people. It doesn't go well. Hacker in the middle of the sandwich. Contact, and here we go. Oh. And it's everybody.
And it's a parts quarter coming out of turn 4. Is just about half the field was caught up in that one. And in fact, is that Adam Holston that was going the wrong way? No, it wasn't the 8. Someone was in reverse going across the start-finish line.
That was an absolute cluster mine down there in turn 4.
Well, sometimes, Matt, it's not where the fuse gets lit. It's where the bomb goes off.
Good enough.
And there was a that fuse got lit up closer to the front when a couple cars got together, and one unfortunate candidate got spun out into the outside fence, and that caused a massive checkup. And then the rest of the field came caravanning into that corner, and there was nowhere to go. And that's where the bomb exploded. And, man, I'll tell you what, coming off of 4 there down to the front stretch, I mean, you could not find a lane to escape. That track was completely blocked.
Man, oh man, that was wild, and I just spilled Coke all over me, but that's okay.
It's
Oh,
powdered sugar. Powdered sugar.
oh no, that's hilarious.
I see Matt got his package from Colombia.
Rip keyboard. I know where I'm going tomorrow. We're ready to go, folks.
Ready to rock and roll here again. I'll tell you what, it's been
wild.
it's been all Collison, but Purcell in that 001 is keeping him very honest. He is not letting that 13 car get away.
Well,
and yet another restart. You know Purcell going to be on the outside here. Last restart, he almost had his cadence figured out. Let's see how these two fare once again. But those lights still on the pace truck. I thought we were going green this time by. But one to go as those lights now go out.
It looks like Hacker, your points leader, ended up with an EOL out of all that. That's not going to be good for Hacker. Oh, shoot, bar. Glad I got
so Brian Hacker going to restart. Brian Hacker, your points leader, is going to be restarting shotgun on the field. Green flag back in the air. The 13 uncorks this one. And we are back. Green flag racing as we are 2x2 into the 1 and 2 complex. Hot off of 4. It's a side-by-side John 4 special at the front, Matt.
2x2 stacked up with each other into 1 and 2. 4, 5, 6 cars under the proverbial blanket off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway and 3 wide, a little deeper. But we're starting to get a rhythm going here at Hickory. Car around. Everybody goes to the top. Oh, my.
Thank God for Control or Alt F4. Oh, my God. As the back of that car was definitely out in the racing groove. He got out of there just in a nick of time. It's some good heads-up driving there by Purcell. Because if he was not aware of that car, he could have easily clobbered that before it aborted off the racetrack.
Yes, sir. All right, in chat, everybody, let's take bets on if my keyboard works for the next 25 minutes or not. Anybody want to take bets? Oh, yeah, Newsom, Ryan Ellis. I guess that's my payback for setting you up, buddy.
Well, I don't want to say yes, and I don't want to say no.
Yes, me and him are nuts. We're clearly nuts.
Me and him are nuts.
We have clearly lost what was left of our brain cells.
Well, Matt, you do this enough times a week, it's going to happen to the best of us.
Eric Purcell leads. Justin Colson there as well. As we'll get ready for yet another attempt at a restart.
Purcell now going to have the lead here over Dylan Ritchie. Up 4 positions from where he started. Biggest mover of the race. If you're tracking that at home, that's going to be the 20 of Travis Hofler in that 6th place position, just outside the top 5.
Yes, sir. Green flag back in the air, back underway here as we go once again. That'll be 28 on the board this tacker time around. Stackaroo right to the bottom. Newsom back there as well, 2x2. Here comes Justin Colson. Great battling for position back here in the pack, buddy.
Yeah, Justin Colson there in that 3rd place position. He is under siege right now from the Mayonnaise Man. Oh, he gets loose, almost comes up and makes contact with the 13. Able to keep it lean, mean, and green. But just behind him, Scott Austin in the 5 ride. He is getting put in the pressure cooker right now. Is the 17 thought about going 3 wide?
Everybody trying to scramble to go somewhere to get to the front here. Single file. Let's check in on our points leader, shall we? Where in the world is Brian Hacker and all this mayonnaise nonsense? He is back here in 19th, trying to hang on. Man.
Well, I'll tell you what, Matt. He is hanging on. And remember,
oh
no! Broadcaster's curve put a save through the grass.
Man.
Hacker is no slacker behind the wheel.
I am taking the camera off that car.
Yeah, I was going to say, we almost invoked the broadcaster's curse. But I'll tell you what, that was... Oh, problems! The 51 was pointed the wrong way. That's Garrett Thompson, who was right in the middle of the racing groove.
What in the Samba Jesus?
We're lucky no one, or I should say he's lucky, no one made contact with him, because that would have been an automatic, you do not continue. You are out of this race, especially at the speeds they're going, getting in the quarter.
Well, we are down to 34 on the board, buddy, of the 75 here tonight. This has been more wilder than Saturday night at the Applebee's.
Yeah, and that's when they got 99-cent margaritas.
Yes, sir.
We got that beat here by a long shot. This sold-out crowd getting their money's worth. And I hope everyone at home's enjoying the ride here with us on Extreme Sim TV. Remember, you're thinking about joining the family, you know you want it. It's easy. Smash the like button, ring the bell. Come home to 6 days of high-octane, high-flying racing action on your Extreme Sports Sim leader right here on the one and only Extreme Sim TV.
And unlike the Olympics, we don't do dumb opening ceremony.
Matt just shoots himself with a cattle prod.
I went there, yes, I did.
Or zaps himself with a cattle prod.
Oh, they'll leave.
Then he wonders why his monitors are flipped upside down. No, that's your eyes vision, buddy. that's your monitors are fine. The problem is you.
The problem is your eyeballs, sir. Oh, man.
You know, maybe that's what we need to get Mike.
Yes.
Hook him up to like a, some type of electric shock device where if you feel he's starting to get a little too mellow, you could just hit one of the buttons on your stream deck and voila, he's re-energized and ready to go.
Oh, like a shot collar. Got it. Oh, shot collar down. We are ready to go. 38 on the board of 75.
Hey, that might work. That could be the ticket.
I think that's the way to go. Is Purcell leads? Let's go.
Ooh, Purcell took that coming out of the 4 so wide there. He actually made light contact with the wall. But all is good for the 001 Monte Carlo, is he's now going to stretch it out about 0.4 of a second over Collison, who now squeaks by. So the front two are single file. Make that the front 4 now, shockingly. I don't know how they got single file so quick up here at the front, but they are. So the top 5, all single file. Then in that 6th place position, Mason Cassidy doing business there with the mayonnaise man in the 88. Jesse Newsom.
Oh, my goodness.
Having a great...
Oh, my goodness. We're actually completing laps here. Ryan, right there in the bottom.
I think Race Control told these guys no free BLTs after this is all said and done. If we keep it on the yellow flag side of things, and you can see that.
Oh, there we go. Too late. Somebody smacked the inside wall there, bud. They'll keep rolling.
Yeah, they smacked it like a Christmas tree.
And
is there now the caution's out?
I jinxed it.
Well,
My bad.
Yeah, well, it's not your fault, Matt. They just didn't do it good enough the first time, so someone else took another crack at it, and they were successful. Ooh, the 50 looks like he is not happy. with that Ford Thunderbird beat the 202.
Oh, we got to fight.
Olmsted.
We got to fight. We got to fight.
Or perhaps maybe I just came as I got my monitor focused in on the situation. Perhaps just how it looked as I was coming into that section of the racetrack, but it didn't look like he was thrilled with the 202.
I would imagine not. As Purcell continuing to lead, Purcell up here is like, yeah, guys, we'll just keep riding behind the pace truck, and I'll keep the lead. And yeah,
well, this is exactly. Well, I mean, Purcell has just been absolutely perfect on these restarts. He's finding ways each and every time to just get the better side of the 13. So for all intents and purposes, Purcell is just loving this. I mean, in fact, what in the world?
But Jesus.
I think the one is texting and driving. He almost went head on into the fence. Don't wreck yourself under caution there. That's the last thing you want to do if you're the leader.
Jerry, they're trying to get his lap back. Nearly got caught up in that.
Yeah.
So Purcell.
Now the one is in the grass.
You okay there, bud? Somebody check on the driver of the one car.
He's just trying to make sure the broadcast booth's still alive. He figured that'd get our attention.
Hey, bud, there's a wall there.
Well, he's just exploring the space. He's making sure he's like the rabbit right now. They'll send out, in NASCAR competition. Anytime there's an incident on the racetrack. So he's just exploring the space, making sure no stone or blade of grass is unturned to make sure we got a good, clean racing surface before we go back green flag racing, Matt.
And it is time to do just that. 48 on the board of 75. Here we go. Coming through the restart box. Stacking them up. Let's go. Purcell leads. Here comes Justin Colson. Dylan Ritchie up there as well. Back down to the bottom. Too wide. Woo.
I thought he left the door open there, but Colson got held back there a little bit by Ritchie. And because of that 2x2 Noah's Ark action behind Purcell, he's going to be the first car single file and reclaims, well, not that he lost the lead, but re-entrenches himself in that P1 position. So it's all ones for the 001, Eric W. Purcell. Oh, not again.
Can we throw away the yellow flags? Can we do that?
Grandma's mad. She just threw her Popeye's biscuits at the screen. It's okay, Grandma. They'll get it sorted.
All right, I'm going to the flag stand and I'm confiscating Bob's flag.
Grandma's a big Hacker fan, and she knows his night has not been picturesque or picture perfect, I could say, but she knows how volatile these restarts are. And every time there's a restart, man, she's got her life alert in her one hand, her fist up in the other. And each time they got to re-rack or restack him again, she knows that it could spell trouble for Hacker, as he is now rebounded to that 16th place position, one spot outside the top 15, Matt. But even still, with all these cautions, the laps are winding down.
Yeah, that's the issue for Hacker, is he's going to run out of time before we get green flag racing in for him to do anything. You kind of need green flag racing to make passes. That's how this operates.
I just said she'd slap the competition with her purse in front of Hacker if that would help. But I told her that's illegal. You can't do that.
I mean, for entertainment purposes, sounds good to me. Scott Austin facing Cassidy back here. Old Cassidy trying to move forward. Man, this looks like
I'll tell you, a guy that's been pretty silent tonight, Matt. Not to cut you off, but Ryan Ellis usually makes headlines in these races. He's been pretty quiet tonight, just kind of calm, cool, collective, not really drawing a lot of attention to him. And he's in that 12th place position. Now, remember, he started Pretty sure in that second place position. So he slid back 10. But don't forget about him before it's all is said and done. He's done a great job of taking care of that race car tonight. His green flag back in the air. And here comes Purcell once again. Going to get the better of the 13 on the restart. The front two break-free single file. And we are door-to-door, side-by-side to the rest of the field.
Here we go. Top two making contact and problems. And that's going to be
Oh!
That was Colson. Well,
Justin, no.
They went about 500 feet and caution.
Yeah, Colston, I believe, looking at the trajectory of that race car, he probably had some help.
He did a little bit of door banging, and that didn't go so well for him.
Yeah, that's going to mire him back in traffic now. Remember, pretty much everyone on the lead lap, and Colston currently being scored in that 21st place position. Not what you want to see if you're a fan of Colston or in the 13 camp. As we've already logged 58 laps. So essentially, by the time we go back green flag racing, we'll be just shy. We'll be just shy of potentially 20 laps to go.
Well, we're already down to 17 to go as is. So,
thank you, Matt. That's right. 75 laps. The scheduled distance here tonight. We're about to complete lap 60, this time by under caution.
So, it'll be 15 this time by. We should get the green flag with 14 to go. It's going to be very interesting here.
Yeah, it's going to be a Friday night short track style shootout here to the finale.
See who can pull it up here tonight and make it happen, right?
Well, Purcell has been perfect. But, I mean, let's just be real. I mean, Austin, Scott, Dylan, Ritchie, these guys have gotten a lot of rounds with Purcell on these restarts. There's only so many more tricks he can pull out of the hat for one of these other guys guesses right. So eventually, Purcell is going to want to see this thing go green. I mean, he's got a car that has pace, so it's not like he needs these restarts here to keep the lead. He's got good pace in that 001 machine. But everything has just been perfect. I mean, couldn't get any better for Purcell. And we all know that your luck eventually runs out.
Yeah.
As he's going to have to go up against Austin Scott now on this restart, Matt.
And here we go. Green flag in the air. Purcell. Here we go. Purcell clear. Dylan. Here we go. Purcell out front. Dylan back there. The 5 in the mix of Austin. Nice run for Austin. 12 laps to go this time by, buddy.
Nice lap for Austin. 12 laps to go this time by. And here comes Austin Scott.
Oh, don't
or Scott Austin. Oh! He's tried to dethrone Purcell from the lead, and Matt, I was just telling you. No.
Oh, God bless America.
Just as it was getting good in the neighborhood, and I didn't have a chance to mention it before that caution flag flew, but Scott Austin got a beautiful restart that time. He took off exactly when the 01 matted the gas pedal, and you see how he was able to get around the 26er Ritchie. It looked like he was going to be the first real test of this race for Purcell. I thought, go ahead.
And just like that, the yellow flag flies, and there goes the first real test. Baloney. All right.
So maybe Austin Scott was saving his best for last. As that was, in fact, that last time by under green flag conditions, Austin Scott was quicker by a 10th.
He was. It's kind of like Little Caesars. It's the last hot and ready in the box, and that's usually the good one.
It's the last hot and ready. Unfortunately, It's the spicy one, right? It's got the jalapenos, hot peppers, and the spicy sauce. And you know what? For me, that's no problem. I love hot food.
Yeah, yes, me as well, sir.
But
Spicy
some
as well.
guys, they walk in there normally because they're in a hurry, right? Coming home from work, wife calls last minute. Hey, can you stop and pick up some dinner? So he goes into the Little Caesars, sees the hot and ready, and he's like, yes, premature celebration. But he realizes it's the one thing no one will eat in the household. Then he gets stuck there for 45 minutes before he gets to go home.
There you
I've
go.
been that guy before.
Yes, sir. You think it's going to be easy, and then nope. Here we go. Stack them up, rack them up, double file, double buck down the back straightaway here. Lights are off, 6 laps to go. By some miracle, can we have a 6-lap run to the end? What do you think?
Surveys. Well, looking at the historical trends of this race, Matt, I'm going to say we have less than a 7% chance of this going great the rest of the way, but we'll find out. What a restart out of the front row. It looked like top fuel cars taking off from the tree, and we are still side by side. Here is Scott Austin. Eaton on the bottom. Oh, he slides up the racetrack. They high-five each other, but that's going to give Purcell the run on the high side as he almost clears. They make contact again.
Contact again, still digging there, but he's going to get clear. For sale and caution's going to wave. And it's a calamity in turn 4. I don't know why I rhymed right there, but I did.
Right round. Well, that's because cars literally went right round right there. Oh, we still have some extracurricular activities breaking out.
Oh, let's get back live here. Where's the extracurricular activity?
Look like they're Murdoch in the 20 or Hall in the 202. The 15 and the 202. They had a little beef there as they had a little contact, and look at the front brakes on that Thunderbird. They are glowing lava red under caution.
Well,
so I don't know if the 202 is riding the brake, but something does not seem right there, Matt.
No, it does not. Most likely riding a brake. Now, Purcell's got to do this whole restart thing again. That car's been dominant all night, though.
Yeah, he's been dominant all night. But if you go back to 2 restarts ago, Austin Scott had it timed perfectly. And let's face it, I mean, they were side by side, door to door. I mean, fighting the bejesus out of each other before that caution flag flew. Yes, caution came out at the right time for Purcell. He retains the lead. But his biggest competitor that he's had tonight has been Scott Austin, and that's the man he's going to have to fight here on this restart. Does he have another one left in him? We're about to find out.
We're about to find out here. One more try at this. Lights will get ready to go off here in a moment. We'll double them up and we will go green.
You know what else that means? We're going overtime.
Who would have guessed that tonight?
That's almost a guarantee here in the Southern Outlaw Series, and I love it. Get every dime you paid. Get your admission fee out of it, folks. Green flag in the air, and what a restart there for Purcell. He arcs it. Oh, they make contact.
Austin tried it, not enough. 2 to go. Do they make it to the white flag? Austin trying to run Purcell down. 1 lap to go.
Final time through the 1 and 2 complex, and Purcell still holds the lead. Pull the 5 of Austin, get close enough to lay the chrome horn to the country. He does it. He's going to get a clean exit. Oh, they make contact. The 5 spins and the 1 wins. Purcell, the Purifier, takes the win here at Hickory as the other car, well, he went spinning off into a smoke show fury. as all the other competitors cross the start finish line. But what a win for Eric W. Purcell. As Rich, like we always do at the end of these races, everyone seems to just wreck everyone else. Oh, the one comes in and administers a hell of a shot to the mayonnaise man as he's now driving backwards, and it is a configure 8 demolition race out there on the racetrack. I just had someone's hood go flying across me in the broadcast booth.
There you go. But Eric W. Purcell holds them off today. What a job.
I don't know if you're watching this carnage. It's like death race out there right now. The 29 can't even see where he's going. He's got his hood draped over the windshield. And now Mayonnaise Man is going in full speed in reverse down pit road, executes a full pit maneuver. Oh, it almost takes out one of the... Well, we're not going to say what he almost took out. We're just going to leave it at that.
Oh, Jesus. Right.
The one tried to take out the 88, and he ghosted out on pit road, and he set it into the tire racing shop garage and went skyboard. What a way to finish the race. That was hilarious.
All right, Dylan Witchy, you're coming home second tonight, buddy.
Yes, sir. How's it going, guys?
Well, P2 tonight, my man. Good job.
Yeah, it's definitely not the race we wanted tonight, but at least we'll take P2.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do there, man, because you didn't have the laps to really make the moves. Yeah, under yellow quite a bit. You just kind of rode it home to P2, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. We wanted more green flag laps. It was getting quite frustrating every time I'd get a run to make a move on somebody or get in a groove. I don't know, someone's making a mistake and just the yellows are coming out.
It's one of them deals, man. Not much you can do.
I'm in here.
Well, again, Dylan, congratulations.
I'm in here, aren't I?
Yeah, yes, you are in the broadcast booth, sir.
You're here.
Oh, yeah.
But Dylan, congrats, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, man. Congratulations. All right, that was Dylan Ritchie. Everybody in the booth with us now, Mr. Eric Purcell. Eric, you get a copy.
Hell yeah. Come on.
All righty, man. You got the win, man.
Yeah, we put it on tonight, boys.
Well, man, you got quite a bit of help there from Yellow Flags. You just had to pretty much hold them off under the restart.
Listen, it wouldn't matter if it went 75 green or 75 caution. We're going to come away with that checkered flag, Bubba.
I love the confidence. Matt, I'm going to steal the mic from you 1 second, then I'll kick it back over to you. Eric, the other Matt, up on top of the booth. Man, the 001 looked like the 007 Bond out there on the racetrack. How are you able? I mean, talk to me about these restarts. I mean, it's a mental chess game out there with these drivers, and you have to go through 20 plus restarts. How are you able to keep changing up your cadence to be so dominant on those restarts? And then talk to me about that battle at the very end of the race. It looked like you may have had someone that could contend with your performance, but you got the better of them and were able to pull off such a huge victory here tonight. But talk to me about all those restarts after restarts and then that final battle out there on the racetrack.
Hey, listen, I'm the best there is. You know, I wake up in the morning and just piss excellence. No, I'm just playing. The outside here with the grip level with the street stock is, I think, the advantage, actually. If you can hold that guy, pinch him down off the corner, off of 2 and 4, you can really get a good run down straightaway. And I was really just half throttle there, just kind of not trying to burn up my stuff. Then, hell, I look up and it's 5 to go. So we had a little fun. I mean, it ain't just fun to get out there and lead every lap. You want to race a little bit, you know, burning up 2 hours of your night. So got to give these boys a chance.
Well, you certainly had the long run speed in that race car. If you knew how to get it done on the restarts, It seemed like that was going to be a good battle brewing there with Scott, but as you mentioned, just a lot of restarts here. We didn't see that materialize, but just tipping my hat to you, man, on a very, very well executed race and run for you and the 001 team tonight. Matt, I'll send it back up to you, bud.
Yes,
Well, I appreciate it, man. I got to thank Rad Mark. I got to thank Johnny at RRD. Builds a good car. Logitech GT 2005 wheel and pedal set I'm working with here.
Nice. 2005. Wow, good job, buddy.
That's the same wheel I got.
I got the Driving Force GT with some plastic pedals, Bubba.
That's the one that came out like in 2005, like the very first one with force feedback, right?
I believe so. I bought this. So I lived in Shreveport, Louisiana for a couple of years. In 2011, I bought this wheel and pedal set off Craigslist for $50, and we still getting that ass.
I got the same what he's talking about. That's crazy. I thought I was the only person that still ran this tiny little rib, but it gets the job done.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you, boys. I appreciate it.
You too. All right, Eric Purcell, everybody getting it done tonight. We will talk to Travis next. Coming on P3, I'll let you have this. All right, Travis, welcome to the booth.
What's going on, guys?
Well, I'm dying over here, Matt, so I'll let you take over for a minute.
Yes, Matt's choking again on his powdered sugar post-race. Travis, talk to me about your night tonight. First of all, congratulations on the podium. But, man, you really had to work for this. When you started back in that 13th place position, there was a lot of carnage at times on the racetrack. How are you able to survive all of that on-track mayhem and put this car in third place when all was said and done?
Yeah, a little bit of patience and luck of the choose cone. Guys falling out up front and being able to advance some positions on the choose cone with the cautions. It helped a ton.
Survive and be alive at the end of these things. And let me ask you a question. Did all of these restarts tonight, as you were kept heat cycling the tires, did it have effect on, and how those tires were performing, or were the tires pretty consistent throughout the course of the night?
Well, I think I burned them off pretty good there, trying to run the bottom. It was real hard to get a hook up off the corner, but outside seemed to be pretty good, but it seemed like towards the end, everybody wanted to go to the outside. So I went where they weren't and hope for the best.
Hey, sometimes that's what it takes, right? You got to give yourself a clean line and just put yourself where the competition isn't. And obviously, a seasoned driver like yourself knows how to figure things out on the racetrack where you can turn competitive laps, which you absolutely were doing, and came home with a great third place finish. Before we cut you loose, man, who do you want to thank who helps you get it done on the 20?
I was just everybody that I race with on a weekly basis. Girlfriend for letting me do this shit while she sits on the couch and watches TV. But that's about it.
Well, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, up 10 spots on the scoring pylon where he started, survives the chaos and carnage to come home with a dominating third place finish here tonight. That is the driver of the 20, Travis Hofler. Matt, back to you up top, bud.
Man, fun night here tonight. Thank you, Travis.
Yep. Thanks guys for all you do. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right, Matt. As always, it was a fun broadcast, fun time. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We'll be right back again with more street stock action 1 week from tonight. Until then, we're going to leave you with some parting news. Don't put mayonnaise on your pizza, and have a great night.